Hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fargo Retro. My name is Eric, and today we are playing The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So, I kind of thought it'd be fun to just kind of do a playthrough of the game. It's not necessarily an in-depth 100% playthrough or walkthrough or anything like that. Just me bopping around playing Morrowind. I am playing OpenMW with a small number of mods, the biggest of which is a Tamriel rebuilt, so it adds quite a bit of content on the mainland. I may or may not get into that. We'll see. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start a new character here. Watch the intro. Let's take it away.
They have taken you from the Imperial city's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up.
Hmm?
There you go.
What?
You were dreaming. What's your name?
Tristyval. My name, good sir.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the car.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Alright, so you have WASD to move around, use the mouse. Basic controls on some sort of boat here, like that overview said. First it was carriage, and then this must be the boat. And now I am at Morrowind.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Hey man, I'd do anything for you.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
This guy gets it.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Alright, so this is where you pick your race. All of the standard Elder Scrolls fare is here. In this gameplay, I'm going to be a Breton. I am doing it, I want to be a combat character. As you'll see, they get a lot of magical boosts. The reason I want to be a Breton here is they get a resist magicka by 50% here. So I'm hoping to just shrug off half of all magic damage. They also get a nice little fortify magicka bonus based on their int that scales. That's nice. And their daily power is a shield that you can use. I almost never use the daily powers. I'm going to keep the hair. I like the so-called Ring of Power. I like this guy's face. We'll go with this guy's face. How's that? Let's go ahead and pick him.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Alright. So I'm going to play as if I read the manual. Have an idea of how to play, but it's my first time playing.
Yes, we've been expecting you.
Yes.
You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
So we can answer his questions, we can give him the info, or fill out some forms. I'm going to fill out some forms today, because there's nothing better than some paperwork here in Morrowind. So this is the class creator. You can give it a special name. You can pick one of 3 combat specializations. It gives a boost to all of the related skills. I'm going to pick combat. You can pick your favorite attributes. It gives a plus 10 bonus to each of those. I'm going to pick endurance here. I'm also going to pick luck. And then we get to pick our skills here. So I am going to pick for my major skills here. Major skills are long blade, heavy armor, destruction. alteration and alchemy. I'm not going to do any sort of crazy alchemy cheating or anything like that, but I am going to be an alchemist. Short blade. And light armor. And illusion. And conjuration. And marksman. Alright, so this is my character here. We are going to be a Breton Knight. Class lesser Breton nobles who will not inherit land or titles, train in the arts of war. Mostly, they are a bother. That seems pretty good here. So the class I'm going to play here will primarily be a long blade, heavy armored fighter in the endgame, with access to destruction, alteration skills. We use some alchemy to heal up. We have short blade and light armor as a backup. It's just, you know, sometimes you need to have less equipment on. Who knows? You'll have illusion and conjuration as backup magic classes. And marksman's really more of a dump stat, just a way to level up agility when you want, that kind of thing here. The level up mechanics of this game are a little weird.
The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
The sign we are going to pick here is the Lady. Fortified 2 attributes a bunch.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
So we are looking to look at that endurance there. That endurance is really going to help us with our health and stuff here. The game plan is going to be to level endurance and strength in the early game there. Get those built up so we have a strong body to be on, and then we'll start leveling the rest of the skills here. We have a couple of spells to start. We'll have a shield. We'll have water walking, which is nice. Bound dagger and a fire bite. So a nice little collection of spells right off the bat. 75 magic points. That's some good stuff. Now stats menu. You can always view that information. Right clicking lets you use your menus.
To the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Sure. Read your papers by pressing the space while looking at them. Oh, they're there. Yeah, that's me, Tristyval from Breton Knight. Alright. So you can drop stuff on yourself to read. That's what they were talking about there.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celestrades.
Oh. Shut the door behind me. Should learn how to do combat. Pick up the dagger on the table by activating it. Sure. Equip the dagger by dropping it on your picture in the inventory menu. Press F to pull out your weapon, and then swing with the left. The longer you hold down, the more damage you do. Equip lights as torches. Lock picks help you pick things. There's a thing to pick on the shelf. Let's go pick that. Not really a stealing character, so could take a couple of times there. We're just gonna rob this place more, and that's probably how we ended up in lockup, huh? But I don't have any money. They won't know it was me. You can eat ingredients by equipping them on your character, sure. There's all kinds of food stuff the game treats as ingredients. Riscar, don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Ganciel. Oh, I skipped through that pop-up there. It just basically says some of the alcohols in the local country act like potions. So feel free to drink those. And we've got a book here. The book kind of covers some of the constellations. There's the 3 primary constellations. Those are those 3 classes, sort of archetypes you can pick from. And then it gives a brief description of each of the other constellations and stuff you can pick back there when I just picked the lady. And, you know, again, I want to show everything. You can pause and whatever if you want to go back and look, read the books. Some of the stuff I will read. I'm just robbing this place blind here. If you look at this little cot on the ground or whatever, this little bedroll. Beds can be used to rest in public. Rest T. So I'm going to rest for a quick hour here. That gives you an auto save as well. Oh, I can't save my game. Never mind. So that's a waste of time to rest there. I was hoping to get an auto save. Can't auto save. You now have a map menu. It shows you the name of the place you were in and the direction you are facing. Sure. Down there in the corner. Barrel with some crap. Ooh, I have a magic menu where you can see your powers, spells, and magic items. It's saying this ring here is a magic item, the engraved ring of healing. It wants you to go ahead and try that out. Oh, what? Press space to talk to the captain. Select talk about. Don't persuade people early on in the game. So Morrowind kind of has a, what I like to call a Wikipedia style dialogue tree. It's not necessarily interactive. There's a couple of dialogue sets that are interactive, but for the most part, you're just kind of collecting conversation topics and talking to them all in characters. The OpenMW version I'm playing kind of shuts down and shows you what you've already talked about. The blue stuff tells you what you have to still talk to this guy about here. I'm just putting this stuff up on screen here. I don't want to necessarily read all of it out loud, but I am putting I'm putting it all on the screen, so if you want to pause it and read it, you can. But I'm just going to go through, kind of explain what we're doing here. So, first, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to release you to Morrowind. Hand over my papers to him. And, yeah, so his duties, this is what he is going to tell us about here. This package came with news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Casadus in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Casadus. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. So we're given some equipment here, package for him, some directions to him, and a little bit of gold. And we're given some description about Balmora. So it's north of Seyda Neen. The road passes Pelagiad Village, and Fort Pelagiad crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, and then turns west across the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in the southeast of Balmora on the east side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to Elone the Scout at Arrille's Tradehouse here in Seyda Neen. Take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. So, yeah, we're being told we got to go to a bigger city here to meet Caius Casadus, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Press J to use your journal and review what you've been told. You should probably check out Arrille's Tradehouse up on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. Guy comes right at us.
What is this about, Breton?
Well, you're talking to me, buddy. Are you the one that the boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive at that time of day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? So we get some options. No. Sorry, no ring. Or yes, I found it. Here, take it. I got spells. I'll give it to him, so... Oh, you found it? Amazing. Thank you, thank you. You're now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Arrille, who runs the Tradehouse here. Arrille, go see him. He'll be happy to see you now. So we'll go ahead, and I'm not necessarily going to read every person, but I can click on all this stuff. If you want to pause and read any of it, you're more than welcome to. I've read through most of this before here, so I'll just scan through, see if anything... is helpful. So he recommends, spend some money, gain a friend. You will loosen up if you spread the Emperor's Gold around. So you'll see here up in the corner, you can persuade people. There's some skills, but you can also just use money. Money is most effective in the early game, and then as you build up your skills, you'll be able to use the talking skills. And he recommends talking to everybody. Yeah. Alright, so we made a friend here. He says he's going to go tell the guy at the trade house about us. We're a good dude, so let's do that. Actually, I see some mushrooms over here. Let's go pick these quick. It's always good to have some stuff to trade in. So, mushrooms over here. Oh, oh. So I'm gonna go to Arrille's Tradehouse. That's right here. A guy here. What does this guy want to talk about?
Yes, Breton?
Hey, what do you want? Oh, this guy's gonna help us get a little discount on the Silt Strider if we want to take it out of Balmora. And that's, they said, to the east, to that's direction. So we'll maybe check that out later. Ooh, is that an enemy of some type? Alright, we found the trade house. A little bit going on here. Let's talk to this guy. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, so I'm not going to read all of that. I'll let you pause. You can read that if you like here. But it gives us a little bit of an idea of what we want to do in the game here. So we're going to gear up here like all good RPGs. We have a little bit of money, but most of the money that we're going to have is from that stuff we stole from the trade house. Click over on this MISC tab, and I'm going to sell basically everything that doesn't seem like it's going to help me. There's a lot of garbage, a lot of silverware and stuff. That's all going to help me out. I'll keep this torch for now. Who knows? I'll sell that book. You don't feel too bad about selling books to most merchants. They won't get rid of your goods, so if you ever want to copy that book back, you can come back to this guy and get it. Hold on to all of that stuff. I'm going to sell all of the potions and such here. You need to buy some equipment early on. Got a lot of skills that need coverage. So, early on, you're going to want to see if they have like a spear of some type. An iron spear is good, a silver spear is better. But we'll go with this iron spear here. The iron spear is going to just help us. Oh, and this one's got a condition of 600. Sure, take that, whatever. So that is going to help you level up your endurance in the beginning of the game. You're going to want to look for medium armors first. Even though we had a heavy armor as our primary skill, we actually want medium armors. So there should be a medium helmet, medium armor. There should be then iron pants, iron greaves you want to wear, iron left gauntlet, iron right gauntlet, and steel right pauldron. Nice. So we want chitin left pauldron, chitin boots, and then if any of those you ideally want to get those in iron first. If you can't get them in iron, get them in steel, and if you can't get them in steel, get them in chitin. If you can't get them in chitin, get them in whatever is left available. That looks pretty good. Let's see if we can't get an extra gold or two out of him. Alright. And let's see if he has any spells we want. We want a healing spell, so restore, that's a lot of health. Okay. Got a healing spell going on. You want to make sure to equip all your stuff here, so put on our spear. Boom. Put on our equipment. Make sure everything's covered up. Perfect. We have some shoes to sell, I guess. So the guy upstairs said he could use some help. We'll maybe go talk to him quick. See what this lady has to say. So, you're new to Seyda Neen, and you look like you need some help finding your way around? Sure, appreciate it. We'll ask you a little bit here. Oh boy. This lady knows about some stuff here. So if you really want to get into the game here, read some of this here. Oh boy, I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't know what all that means, but I will talk to her. Again, always feel free to pause to read. Assume I'm reading it as well, and that I'm reading very fast. Yeah, I'll help you guys out here with that. Sure. That Fargoth guy seemed like a little douche. I don't know where his loot is, though, so I have to go find it at night. A lot of guys up here. I'm not quite ready to talk to any of them yet. So I haven't done
What is this
anything.
about?
I want to go kill that crab. And I remember, I know how to cast magic. I'm gonna walk right over this water. Go kill this crab. Alright. I need to be a hero. The last time I attempted to be a hero, I ended up in the Imperial City prisons. My tale of redemption begins today. Alright. So I figure what I'll do is I haven't really made a name for myself here. Nobody knows who I am. I'll bag a couple of these crabs around here, see if they have any pelts or anything like that to sell back to the local community, and they'll know I'm a man of some worth. And hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit better at the spear. The spear is a traditional hero's weapon that I was never really trained in, and it'll help make me a little bit tougher. I don't know that my constitution is quite up to the depths of what's required for Morrowind. Alright, I see all kinds of creatures here in the swamp. We're going to come at this mud crab first. I'm actually going to wait, let him approach. Right. Put him down. And so we're picking up a little bit of mud crab goop. We'll explore some of the swamps here. What is that? Some creatures? I don't know what that is. Let's walk down this little... Oh god, is that what I think it is? We'll see what... Maybe these monsters did something to it. Alright, I look up at the sun in the sky and I see it's about 1 o'clock or whatever. I know I have to get back to town around evening to hunt Fargoth. Alright, I don't think those creatures will come at me. I run over to... Yes, my... Are you okay, buddy? I check down and found a dead man here. I see that he has a... Looks to be a tax record on him and some cash. Unfortunately, I can't dispose of his body. That's strange. Let's take a look at this tax record here. Tax records. Processius Vitellius. Seyda Neen Census and Excise Office. Paid. Draren Thrillis. Paid. Eldafire hadn't paid. Rain Lenham paid. Fargoth hasn't. Alright. So, Fornin Gilneth. 225. Alright. 87, Vodunius Nucius, he hadn't paid yet. So, what's interesting is that he had 200 drakes on him, and there's 200 here, Draren Thrallus. That's interesting. So, anyways, so... What do I do? Maybe the monsters got him? So what I'm gonna do... Well, let's see what we have the journal have to say. So we hadn't looked at our journal. Let's go ahead and just go back to the beginning here. My orders are to go to the town of Balmora here on day 1. To the town of Balmora in Vardenfell district and report to a man named Caius Casades. To find out where he lives, I should ask in Balmora, at the corner club called Southwall. When I find Caius Casades, I must give him a package of documents and wait for further orders. I've met a Bosma man named Fargoth who claims the Imperials have stolen a ring of his. He would like it back. I've returned the engraved ring of healing to Fargoth. He was overjoyed to have it back, and promised to mention my name to the trader here in town, Arrille. Hriscar Flatfoot asked me to do him a favor. He believes that Fargoth has been hiding the money from the Imperials, and he'd like to know where it's gone. If I will work for him, he will give me a share of the bounty. I've agreed to help Hriscar find the money that Fargoth has been hiding away. I'm supposed to keep an eye on him from atop the lighthouse in town, and watch where he goes. Hriscar believes I should watch him at night. Not supposed to approach him at any time. I should then retrace his footsteps and find out where he's hidden the money. When I found it, I should report back to Hriscar. I found a corpse while traveling near Seyda Neen. It seems to be the corpse of one Processius Vitellius based on some items found on his body. He's carrying a parchment with what looks like tax records. He has also 200 gold on his body, probably taxes he'd collected. Yeah, that's kind of the assessment I drew there. So I'm going to go ahead and put down these creatures. I think maybe some of them did him in. Sure, yeah, that one thing was shooting green goo at me. We got some sort of rat creature. Chase this one down. Alright, our spear skill went up a little. That's good. Let's go grab... You know, unfortunately, as an alchemist here, I did notice a cache of mushrooms and such, so... You know, sorry buddy, you're not getting any less deceased. As we walk in here. What's fun here about being a wizard, of course, is... simply run over this water to return home. Ooh, wonder what that is down there. Alright, there's some islands. Oh, there's a door over there. Sure, sure. Oh, boy. Suppose I should return to the Census and Excise office and, Or who is this person? Draren Thuralis. Go find Mr. Thuralis. Should approach from the north here, actually. Keep an eye, make sure nobody flees as I approach from the body was recovered. Really got a lay of the land. So that must be the Silt Strider, that creature they were talking about on the east side of town.
Moving.
Yes. Hello, Imperial Legion. I like to join. Oh boy, I don't know about all of that. I will ask him about the murder of You found his body, huh? Well, it's up to you what to do with that information. I suppose that Socius Ergala in the Census and Excess office would be the one to tell if that's your inclination. Wow. Oh, we found... That's Fargoth's home, we know that now. You shouldn't know these things. Draren Thralis. Hello. Draren Thralis. Particular, want a little advice. Where to start? Probably in Balmora. That's the House Lalu district seat. They've got the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild there, and a Legion for it, though I don't know if they're recruiting. They have all the services you need, trainers, smiths, and outfitters, and join a guild and work your way up. Discounts and perks are worthwhile. Okay. What's this guy about? Process. He doesn't really know anything. Interesting, interesting. So the Dark Elves, or the Dunmer, are the ones that are more or less native to this land. I think. You look like you can take care of yourself. Then why don't you do something about those smugglers in Adam Masartis Cave? It's right over there near the Siltstrider Port. Get these guards. Look at them. They're starting around. Someone must have paid them to ignore the smuggling going on here. Oh boy. Let's see if we can...
You have my attention.
There's some smugglers over there. I'll have to check it out. So we'll go to Socius or Gala. See what he wants. See if we can figure out what is going on. Jarl Thralis didn't
This is a wondrous encounter.
seem too concerned about that death. The tax guy needed pay.
I'm listening, please.
Alright, so I'll ask him about some of those things. And now let's talk to him about this murdered. Murdered? What a waste. Proclus was a good man. I'd been wondering why I hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he'd collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Oh, you did? That he was murdered, but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated, I can tell you that. I won't forget this, Tristyval. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murder of Process punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septums. Oh, so I just lose that guy's cash?
I think that
All right.
girl was looking at me. How can I tell her I'm not interested?
Alright, buddy. That's a problem you gotta have. So I do some investigating. I'll ask around town here. What do you know? Murder process Vitalis. You heard it's a good man. He's a good man.
You want something, friend?
Alright, as you notice, that guy
This
wanted
is a
some help with
wondrous
something.
encounter. Well,
I don't have time for that. I'm looking into a murder. What do you know? Someone finally got him, huh? Well, that's no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. Only one who could stomach him was Thaver over in the lighthouse. The two of them spent some time together. Shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman. Alright. So we'll find this lighthouse. There we go. That's the lighthouse. Orlando. Hey, lady, what are you? Indrel Rathrin.
what do you want?
She didn't know anything. Talk to this lady here. And the alchemist sending me again here. Ooh, I see some plants. Could use some picking. Maybe I'll do that as we're investigating a murder first. You're new to Seyda Neen, right? I'm Thaver Vadrano. I'm sure you have some questions. Go ahead, I have plenty of time. Well, let's talk. Let's ask you a little bit about some of this stuff first. Sure. Alright. Process murdered? No! Tell me it isn't so. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I have become so close in the past few months. I don't know what I will do without him. I've only ever seen him get angry once or twice, and he never raised a hand to anyone. This is so sad. Oh, when did he get angry? Well, not even angry, I suppose. I just saw him arguing once with foreign Gilnith about his taxes. He thought Process had been levying too much and skimming off the top for himself. Ridiculous! Process wouldn't have done such a thing, I'm sure of it. Please find out what happened, friend. If you ever find out what came of Process ring, it would ease my heart. I gave him this ring many months ago.
Outlander.
Oh. Well, foreign Gilnith. That's something. Suppose we can get these mushrooms and whatever. Oh, what do we have here? A bit of loot. Wink. Alright. Oh, that's another tree stump. Oh, there's definitely something in there. Alright, let's get these plants real quick. And aha, I see what you do. And up and at them. Nope, didn't get at that one. Nope, didn't get at that one. So you can fall. Don't fall, you gotta jump. Oh, what? The Iron Shard Axe. Axe, two-handed. Axe? Alright. If I need to level up some strength, do that on here. Let's finish taking a look at that. Frost damage 0 to 7 points on touch for 1 second. Alright. Rad. That means we can put a shield on it. So we found ourselves like a happy little magic weapon here. Just south of the lighthouse. Pick some more mushrooms. And possibly heal up before fighting, before dealing with Foreign Gilnith here, asking him about that murder. sort of fish. Alright. Yes. The alchemist in me just loves this swampland. There's so much stuff you can gather and harvest. So I found a couple of different mushrooms. Some that grow on the tree, some that grow on the ground. Yes. Some more here. So, what do we have here? This one is called the Luminous Crystal, I believe. I remember it from my studies as a youth. A fairly benign thing. More rare version of it around here somewhere. And I didn't find it around here on this map. Oh. The fish splashing. Oh, here. There's a fairly large carp. Fairly aggressive. It bit me good. A bit knackered as it relates to fighting, so I'm just gonna back off of that. It's gotta be like 4. It's gonna be later, so what I am going to do here, see if I can identify where Born Gilnith is. Rally. Okay.
Outlander, what do you want?
Are you Fornin Gilnith? Telleri Helvi. Raiders Guild. Join the guild,
Outlander,
sure.
What
Makes
do
sense.
you want?
And she thinks there's some bandits nearby. That's probably those smugglers we heard about. Rain Lenham.
Where is that slave?
Here. You look like a fly who knows its way around. Ah, yes, you see. Finemouth. Who's Finemouth?
Questions?
Hello, Finemouth. Okay.
What is this regarding, Breton?
Islands to the west here. One of them had a door. I can see that one has a door. Maybe we'll check that one out here in the future. Otherwise, Fornin Gilnith's shack. Excellent. Identified the quarry here. Down here. There's probably some indication. I probably want to address it for too long. Go and talk. I've been asking questions about it. You're heading into the backcountry. Always carry some potions. Makes sense. Now those individuals. I'm gonna keep up my illusion here. I have to trade in my quarry. So what did I find? I have this iron dagger I will trade. Just good, sir. Shoes. Actually, I like his clothing better than my own, so I shall do that. Oops. Oops. Messed that up. So we'll actually trade my shirt and pants. We'll wear his. A lot of mushrooms there. Hold on to the tax record for now. 45 gold, that seems good. Put on black pants along with a black shirt.
Oh, greetings. How do you do?
Alright, so now that I've done a little bit, I don't actually mind talking to the people upstairs here. Oh, Raflod the Braggart, you say? So you're new, you'd like some help finding your way around? Very sensible. Go ahead, ask away. Looking for services? Some specific place? Someone in particular? Just need a little advice, whatever it is. I'll be happy to help. Alright, so let's just tag some of these here. If anything's good, I will talk about it. Silt Strider, that seems to be an interesting topic of conversation. That's about it. Otherwise, everything you can find here is in the Arrille Tradehouse, primarily. Sneak around everywhere you go. It'll take longer and it may arouse some suspicion, but it's excellent practice. That's interesting. I've got some information here about Morrowind and Vardenfell. We'll add. The Silt Striders tell you where they go. That's pretty nice. That's this guy, what he does. Well, I'm a scout. I travel the places. I know the geographic regions, actually. Well, what are the geographic regions, good sir? Well, he'll tell me about a couple of them. He knows about the Bitter Coast and Sheogorad, so he'll tell me a little bit about that. But what else do you know, man? A lot of money to be made in looting of the Dwarven ruins. Against the law, yes, but there's profit to be made, folks turn a blind eye. One problem, the artifacts are often made of metal, and heavy as hell. Unless you're a big brute, it is tough to carry away all the loot. Me, I carry a Divine Intervention, or an Elm Civi Intervention Scroll. Load up the scroll, and I'm back in town in a bit. Well, that is a pretty good idea. What does he do for training? I can get some medium armor training, long blade block. Not bad at all. The medium armor training is actually surprisingly important at this spot, so. Alright, so this guy here is the braggart. He is a scout here. He's talking to his scout friend.
You've got my ear, let's hear it.
Oh boy. There is a lot going on in here. That is government bureaucracy.
Outlander.
Andram Andalum. Is the bard here in town? He recommends making the way to Balmora as well. And what are you looking for? This guy is also happy. He's just hanging out. He's a battle mage, though. That's a little bit closer to what I am. Did you hear that some fool lost Mentor's ring in a tomb along the Bitter Coast, or so they say? Well, I'm in the Bitter Coast. Maybe that door is the tomb. Maybe we'll check that out. There are some neglected ancestral tombs around here. Locals don't like it, but you can find some nice bits. So yeah, I think this guy's telling me to go loot that thing I found. This guy is a battle mage, though arrayed as a Western Knight with heavy armor, axes, and long blades. My primary training is in the College of Alteration, Destruction, and Conjuration. To round out my education, I've mastered enchantments and alchemy. Potions made through alchemy or purchased through alchemists grant me the magics of the Restoration, Mysticism, and Illusion colleges. There cannot be any more terrible magic with the science of war than the battle mage? Oh, I think not.
Yes?
I actually agree, good sir. And then, of course, we have Alone here. You can't believe it. Whoa, you don't like me, lady? So you're not interrupting anything. I'm alone the scout, you need directions. Let's ask what you have to say about Balmora. The district seat of House Lalu, largest settlement of Vardenfell after Vevak. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagiad. So it's a long walk and a little confusing. So I think we are going to take the Silt Strider when we go. But let's ask about some of the other places. The primary places here. I'm not going to read these. These are ones where if you want to. Bitter Coast. Narmuk. Lady knows a lot. I am learning. I am learning a lot from her. Are those 6 administrative districts? And I think... Oh, I might have broke the game. There's a small chance I broke the game there. Oh. Okay, good, good. Oof. Some of this I actually haven't read, then if this is for the new thing. Are just racking stuff up. And I might probably just come back and watch this video myself. I don't offer services to the public. Oh dear. Alright, so I think if I needed a place to stay or something, I can do that here. I don't quite yet, because I have a place I can stay. I deal with Fawn and Gilneth now. I think it's best to deal with in the morning. Oh, I'll walk over here, see if I can entrap any more of those angry fish. Oh. Plants to pick, though. Oh, a tree stump. Look at that tree stump, too. And then there's the other end. Let's take a quick look at our map here. So this does have all the Tamriel rebuilt, some of the Tamriel rebuilt stuff. It's pretty rad. But there was stuff in here. So I think that might be a problem with my mods. So I gotta double check that in a load order. But we have just been hanging out in this little town here. See if we can get up here. Take a look inside of that stump. Nope. Well, we'll make our way up to the lighthouse. Identified foreign and Gilness house for the lady in the lighthouse here. Oh. Stuff I'll just grab here. Oh, what? I've really learned a lot about having to punch people here, having read this book. Oh, this is a long book here, but I read it to pass the time here while I'm waiting for Fargoth. I pop out for the first time at 9 o'clock looking for him. That seems dark. Come out. I hide. Do I see Fargoth? I don't believe I do. This lady, I know that she lives down here in the shacks. I believe that shack next to the Tradehouse is hers. I see a few guards beginning their day. Their nightly patrols or what have you. Vidinius Nucius, the man telling me about the Silt Strider. But no Fargoth do I see. So, read a little bit more of the book here. An hour goes by. What is that? Is that? Yes. I believe that is that little fetcher. I sink back farther and farther behind the lighthouse. I see that the guard has aroused a little intrigue in Mr. Fargoth. He heads over to the wall to see if he can break the guard's trail. He's coming to see if anyone over here is inch up. Have I been got? Is he onto me? Peek my eyes, my head over. It appears he is back on the move. Come off of the primary platform of the lighthouse and move down the stairs. Him walk into the swamp? Strange. What is he doing in the swamp? Outside Foreign and Gilness shack, no less. It's off. Well, let's go check that out in the swamp. Pardon me again, sorry for your loss. Hollow tree stump, and sure enough, Fargoth. He tried to hide his ring, keep it away from the guards. Fortunately, now I have it. Well, what an exciting first day here in Morrowind. I don't quite have a place to sleep yet, so I return to the Census and Excise. And remember that there was a bedroll down here in the corner, and a little privacy. I shut the door and snack, a piece of bread that I managed to find. I've secured some weapons and some armor. And a fair amount of gold, to be honest. Although I have to give most of it to that Hriskar. I necessarily want the guards on my back, seeing how they treat Fargoth. I figure I can get 8 hours of sleep here. It's 2 a.m. I don't get a full night's sleep. I don't know why. I try to sleep a little bit longer. 5 a.m. comes around, and I think that's as much as I'm going to be able to sleep. We'll see if Hriskar... Actually, I should deal with Born and Gilnith here at the crack of dawn. There's roguishness in this man's heart. You know, best deal with it now. I don't know, I think...
What is this regarding, Breton?
I think you know what it's regarding, Breton. That fetcher, you're damn right I did him in, and a good thing too. He was skimming a load of money from all of us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money about, showing off his new clothes and jewels. So I killed the bastard, and I left his body out there to rot, with all this ill-begotten gold still on him. I believe what you say. I'll say nothing to the authorities, or sorry, that is no excuse for murder, and your punishment has been decided. You're one of them, huh? Come to kill me? Well, give it your best shot, Breton. I've no problem spilling the blood of more of the Emperor's lackeys. Alright.
Die.
Alright, here we go.
Die.
This guy might be worth icing with some magic, because my spear is pretty low level. So I'm gonna try and get some magic damage in on this guy. I'm gonna try and finish him off with the spear if we can. We have a magic axe too. Alright, so we've used that. Need to pop outside here for a quick breather. It's totally abusing the game mechanics. But I had him trapped in his house. There wasn't really anything he can do. I'm working with the law, so... Alright, there's definitely... He shouldn't have killed the tax collector. There is definitely something going on. Hriskar, shaking down Fargoth. So there might be some investigating that needs doing here. If I can get this axe to just proc on him, it should do some good magic damage. Otherwise, I might need to go buy a long sword to go deal with this guy. The joys of Morrowind combat. So I will be right back, good sir. You stay right there. I have to go buy a better sword to get you. What advice? What do you got here? Alright, so what is this guy? Silver short sword. Looking for some sort of steel, iron, saber would be perfect actually. So we'll go ahead and offer that up.
An honor to be
and
sure.
just deal with this now. Scar, I've got your money. Fargoth's hiding spot. So I found it. I get to keep 100. You keep 200, even though I did all of the work. So... yeah, let's go ahead. Finish this guy on. Yeah. Get our reward. And then we are getting to the bottom of what these Imperials are up to here. Alright. So Fornin Gilneth did have his ring on him. It's worth a fair amount. What else is going on in here? It's got book. Goods. So we're gonna look into those smugglers I've been hearing about here. It says the guards have been turning a blind eye, and it isn't helping. Even the Imperials are letting their own die. So music is afoot, as if something bad's happening. There were some smugglers near the Silt Strider. And I'm curious what is going on in here. So we've avenged the murder process Vitellis.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
We've been talking around, blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. We are loyal. We have 500 septums for our time there. By noon. Excellent. Let's go and sell some of this loot we've got here that we've accumulated. And, you know, I don't think good Master Gilneth is going to require his lodgings anymore. So I think we're just gonna set up shop in his house a little. You know, maybe it's our shack now. It's Tristyval's shack. Let's go ahead. We're gonna sell some of this ill-gotten loot that we've picked up here. Not too ill-gotten, I guess. We've got some lockpicks. Selling all of this guy's. Wraith's Wedding Tower. Yeah, let's get rid of some of these books I'm not. Well, we'll wait on both of those. Pretty good.
Welcome. If you wish to talk, it is really no trouble at all.
Added to the thing here. Again, if you want to read them, you are more than welcome to. Go ahead and scroll through these. Pause as you need to. This is a long one. This is a long one. Alright, that was A Dance in the Fire, Chapter 6. Otherwise, the Wraith's Wedding Dowry. And this is the one we read while we were waiting for Fargoth to show his face. Alright, we're going to go ahead and sell those books as well. A couple extra bucks off of them. And settle in our new house. So yeah, our first hour here, or first day or so in Vardenfell has been very productive. We've gotten to the bottom of the murder process Vitellis, and we've kind of uncovered more bad things than good things, possibly. The Empire here appears to be fairly corrupt and in the pockets of the populace. So we will investigate some of that here on the next one. Thank you for watching. My name is Eric. This has been another exciting episode of Fargo Retro. Hope you have a great day. Take care, everybody.